órale! The famous bush! I'm Freedom, and welcome to the first ever special edition of Gringo Dating in Mexico. Honestly, I wasn't sure if I was going to release this one. I don't like calling anyone out. But then I remembered why I started Gringo Dating in the first place. So if I don't share this story, I'm lying to you. Because if you've ever been in Ensenada or end up there, there is a creature you have to know about. This whole series is about Mexican women. And one of them, a devil angel. She's so good at what she does. I just can't leave it unspoken. In this episode, I'm exposing her. Yeah, this episode's a warning. Real quick, if this is your first time watching, go check out episode 1 first. It's the launch pad for this whole series. It's where I explain what this is and why I'm even doing it. This isn't some polished sponsored travel video. This is the real shit they don't put in travel vlogs. Gringo Dating in Mexico, proudly oversharing since episode 1. I had just moved to Ensenada. New apartment, zero furniture, just an inflatable mattress, and a buzz of excitement. There is one local bar within stumbling distance called La Casa Country, packed on Tuesday nights. Cheap drinks, live banda music, the kind most gringos pretend to like while scanning the dance floor for hotties. I didn't have the dogs yet, so I was still out at night drinking with the old guys. One night, a young dude walks up, hands me a napkin with a phone number on it, and waits. I didn't speak Spanish yet, so I just shrugged. He points in the crowd and says, "Mujer." I look around, lots of people, nobody obvious. A few beers later, a Mexi super cutie strolls past the bar. Mid-30s, chaparrita, banging body, big smile and a flirty way. Damn! I scribbled on a napkin, "Come meet me," and sent it back with the same kid. Didn't see her again that night. The next morning, dehydrated and sprawled on my air mattress, I noticed a number on the floor. The handwriting looked like it belonged to a woman, so I texted. No reply. Turns out, Mexicans don't text like us. They use WhatsApp for everything. Texting, business, babysitting, it's basically oxygen. Later that day, I got a call from a woman named Denia. Her English was broken and I wasn't used to the accents yet, so I could barely understand her. She said, "I didn't come meet you because I was with my cousin."
I can be so naive.
Our first date, she came over in a minivan. Red flag, right? We drank some beers, started a movie, didn't finish it. She was tiny, cute face, bubble butt, 70s level bush. Like this thing defied gravity. I mean, 6 to 8 inches out. I'd never seen anything like it. Sex was okay. Felt a bit like she was going through the motions. She never asked for money, but I kept waiting for the hand to come out. After we popped the air mattress, she left. We scheduled a few more dates. She ghosted me. During one convo, I told her my ex-wives had taken everything I owned. She disappeared faster than a roadrunner in a Baja desert. I knew I wasn't rich enough for her. What I didn't know was that she wanted all my money. A few months later, I met her gringo boyfriend, we'll call him Joe, at a downtown bar. We were doing what guys do, talking about women. I mentioned a girl with a memorable bush. Joe's face dropped. Turns out Denia was with cousin Joe the night she passed me the napkin at Casa Country. They'd been together for years, but she always had to go on trips. Classic move, hook one fish, eat it while casting for a bigger one. I felt bad for Joe, but I mean, she's addictive. The more I got to know Ensenada, the more I realized she was famous for that bush. One of my friends, we'll call him M, Met Denia when I was dating her, but he had how do we call it? A hooker girlfriend? M believed the hooker was his girl. Faithful, special, you know. Despite meeting her in a strip club, M was wealthy, older, paid for his girlfriend's everything. Her apartment, her son's private school, drum lessons, car, all of it. Every man knows, eventually, you get too old for even the most greedy sugar baby. He went on a vacation to Europe, came back, and accused me of sleeping with his girlfriend. There's no good ending to that accusation. Our friendship ended. When Denia found out M's long-term hooker girlfriend had left him, she pounced. Next thing I hear, Denia took him to the attorney's office and he signed over all his money and property in his will. I talked to M. It was true. Pro-level Mexican gold digger. I don't know why she kept texting me. Over the years, we rarely spoke. But there she was, always the one reaching out. One afternoon, I stopped at a new, closet-sized hooker bar for a drink. Denia walked out and froze when she saw me. She said she was just picking up something for a friend. Lies poured out of that woman like tequila at a quinceañera. A few years later, she came to my beach house with a friend, randomly. She apologized. I asked, sorry for what? She said, sorry for everything. Sounded sincere, but I'd never known her to feel guilt. She was making work trips to the US, told everyone she cleaned houses. Yeah, right. She'd send me photos of herself working. Fast forward. We're getting ready to leave Ensenada, selling everything at the swamp meet. Denia shows up and asks what we're doing. I told her we're starting a YouTube channel, going full nomad with a magic dog. She asked if I was selling my guitars. Nah, I got a safe place to store them. Then she offered, if it doesn't work out, I'll keep them for you. At first, I declined. But when we tried storing 13 guitars in my friend's house, it just didn't fit. So I called her. She has a huge house, 2 stories, big fence yard, tons of dogs. I figured, hey, she's an animal lover, and despite everything, she's never actually screwed me over. We cleared a small space in a spare room. I left 2 guitars there, wrapped in blankets and buried under tons of her stuff. 2 years later, she called me.
Do you love me?
What happened?
Nothing, I just miss you.
4 days later, another call.
Are we friends?
Yes, Denia, we're friends.
Someone broke into my house, killed my dog, stole your guitars and my TV.
What? When?
Last week,
They killed your dogs?
just one.
They stole your TV from the storage room.
No, the living room.
So let me get this straight. They killed 1 dog, stole 1 TV, and just happened to find 2 guitars buried under the blankets in your storage room? She didn't report it. She didn't call the cops. My gut told me I had just been robbed by someone very close to her. I posted a photo of my custom guitars on Facebook Marketplace. Over time, they showed up. I called the new owner asking about the seller, which matched the description of her son. They hung up. I'm telling you this because you might need this knowledge someday. If you're ever in Ensenada and you see this woman, run! Run and don't look back. She only has 7 friends on Facebook. I'm not one of them. She deleted me after the robbery. You gotta see a couple of her recent posts. So there you have it, the devil angel of Ensenada. TIM, this is Mexico, where even your guitars aren't safe from a bush. Ask these guys. They've heard all my stories and they're thinking about getting emotional support human. And I'll say this, You can't make this shit up. And we're just getting started. If you ever look past a red flag because the view is amazing, you already know. Hit like, hit subscribe. If you want to support the channel, links are in the description below. PayPal.me, GoFundMe, Buy Me a Coffee, and our Traveling with Dogs store. Oh, and if you haven't watched the earlier episodes, do that! The series playlist is above and below in the description. You've got some catching up to do. Pooperhead, Monkey and I, we'll see you in the next one. La Paz.